Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Physical Media. This is episode 9, and for everyone who's new to the channel, what we do...
Right?
Yeah, I think we're up to episode 9 finally. Yeah, so for everyone who's new to the channel, this is almost like a podcast. We just kind of bullshit for about an hour talking about all things physical media, and anything we kind of want to talk about. We kind of just more of a relaxed setting. Eventually this will be a podcast when we hit 1,000 subscribers, so we're getting there pretty soon.
It is 9.
I
didn't believe you.
You didn't believe me? You thought I was a liar, huh?
Yeah.
But before we dive into anything, if you are a fan of 4K Blu-ray reviews, movie reviews, tech reviews, and game reviews, we try and do them all here on the channel, and nothing helps out more than by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. And the first thing we like to do is, we like to dive into the news. And this week was again another slow week on news, but we did get some new announcements. The first one that I saw that came to mind, for anyone who's a fan of rom-coms, the Julia Roberts film, My Best Friend's Wedding, is getting a 4K Blu-ray release.
Interesting.
Yep, and I saw Adaptation, which is the Charlie Kaufman written, Nick Cage starring film from, I believe, 2000 or 2002. I'm a big Charlie Kaufman guy. I don't even know if you know who that is.
Nope.
No, but that movie Adaptation's pretty good. I'm curious why that got a 4K Blu-ray release, but that's another one that's coming. Another one is, you've ever heard of Paul Newman?
Paul Newman, yes, I've heard of him. I can't put a face to it.
Yeah, he's one of the most famous actors ever, but since he doesn't really float around in your genres, I didn't know if maybe you've ever really... But he did a movie in the 90s with Bruce Willis called Nobody's Fool, and that's getting a 4K Blu-ray release.
Okay.
Also has a young Philip Seymour Hoffman in it.
Sounds like you got a lot of reviews coming up.
A lot of things that I will enjoy, yeah.
Yeah.
But then one that we didn't get to touch on that has a really cool slipcover that I'm really excited about is Clerks 3.
Clerks 3, yes, the Steelbook.
Yeah, that's Steelbook slipcover.
So that was a very interesting one. So the Steelbook is the 4K, and then there's a regular, I guess, slipcover version, which is just the basic Blu-ray. Mm-hmm. And there's no slipcover Blu-ray 4K, which is strange.
But the 4K is a Steelbook slipcover.
Yeah, it is, and it's nice. It's like cotton candy looking.
It's
yellow.
purple and yellow,
Yeah.
and it really leans into to the movies colors.
The movies color.
Yep. But I'm really excited about that because when we saw Kevin Smith himself, one thing he touched on was about how physical media essentially is what's funding his movies.
Yeah, what was it? Tusk, I think he said.
Yeah, he said that the studio's come on, can you keep giving us that? So, basically, he's making his money through Blu-ray releases because Jay and Silent Bob did really well, the reboot on Blu-ray.
Right. Oh, yeah, so that's what it was. But, yeah, because he said just because we bought all of these Blu-rays that was able to fund his next project or allow the studio to allow him to do another project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that people who are supporting him are actually supporting him through his Blu-rays. And he actually said also recently to update on that about Dogma, he said that Harvey Weinstein won't sign the rights back over to him. And that's why we don't get Dogma on Blu-ray. So we're not the only people asking this. I guess it's everybody.
Yeah.
So that kind of...
I have Dogma on Blu-ray.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in everyone's face. But Clerks 3 is coming to 4K and Blu-ray, and we're going to have a Steelbook review for that because it is a gorgeous looking Steelbook. It's definitely one of the ones I'm most anticipating towards the end of the year.
And it was a great movie.
It is.
I'm excited to check that out on 4K. Actually, it would probably be nice because what we saw it on wasn't the highest of quality. But
no, honestly, that was the one disappointing thing of the whole thing is that because we saw it at the Beacon Theater, that's just a regular theater, so they kind of, they kind of bring in their own stuff to really, the speakers and the, what do they call that? I'm drawing a blank on the screen.
Projector?
The projector screen.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Screen itself wasn't the nicest.
Right.
And that's basically it as far as news goes. There's really nothing else that got announced that hasn't been announced before. We got some final box art for Pulp Fiction. Did you get the slipcover or the steelbook on that?
I went slipcover.
Okay, I went steelbook. So you got that black and white slipcover with the red font?
Oh, you didn't? You got the steelbook?
I got
mine with the steelbook looks like.
The steelbook is the red and yellow one with John Travolta and Uma Thurman.
Oh, doing the dance scene in the diner.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked the slipcover way more.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually went with the steelbook for that and for the steelbook of Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
And I do not like the steelbook of Reservoir Dogs. I'm hoping I like it more in person.
I don't hate it. That's the one with the ear, right? Where
Yeah.
it slips off and you pull the ear. That's creative, I guess.
It's
not
creative,
terrible.
but it's not the best looking.
Yeah, I think I went slipcover on that as well.
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, as far as that, but you wanted to touch on some things that are on sale right now.
Yeah, I like to go through on the sale stuff and just point out good deals. Right now, the Godfather 4K box set is $45. That's probably on sale because they just released all those individually with steelbooks and slipcovers, which some people are upset about because people like you probably would have liked to cherry pick, or some people just like to have them individually versus a box set.
I would have preferred that, to be honest. I wish they would have came out with that. I would have bought the steelbooks rather than the box set. Not that the box set isn't nice, but I would have liked them all actually on 4K. But I would have liked those steelbooks. They're really nice steelbooks. And they did this with Indiana Jones, too. Indiana Jones came out last year in a box set with 4 white steelbooks.
Yeah.
They were not the best looking steelbooks, and the packaging itself was bad as far as the box that it came in. And this year they released new steelbooks with better box design, separate, not together. And, you know, now I'm stuck with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I don't want that.
I mean, I would, even if I bought them individually, I would get all 4 of them.
You would still get Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Never seen it, actually.
You'll be the one person that likes it just to piss me off. I know you will.
I actually never seen it because I'm not a huge Indiana Jones fan. I've tried it a couple times. I want to go again. But, yeah, I think my taste has changed since the last time I tried it because it's probably been...
It's so weird because that seems like something that would be your type of movies.
It's probably been close to 10 years since I've watched... no, not quite 10. I would say 8 years since I tried watching Indiana Jones, so I should give it another shot.
It would be nice if only somebody bought you a nice Blu-ray set that would be sitting on your shelf unopened right now.
If only there was a set on my shelf. Yeah. But, so John bought me Indiana Jones on Blu-ray, and I left it in the wrapper just to preserve it, to keep it in pristine condition.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I didn't want it to get ruined.
Okay, I'm sure that's what it was.
It was. Leon the Professional, $12.99. I actually picked this up for, I think, that price when the Prime, what was it, Prime Day, or what was that?
It was, I don't know what they were calling it, like the Prime Day pre-sale or because Prime Day was earlier this year. I don't know, it was just like some pre-sale.
Tuesday or Wednesday this week.
It was like a pop-up sale.
Yeah, there was some lightning deals, and I got like 5 or 6 things. I picked up Leon the Professional 4K, Baby Driver 4K, Scarface 4K, the Gold Edition. Inception on 4K, The Untouchables, and Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, which we have reviews for a couple of those on the channel that we bought for the reviews at full price, and it was nice that, because when we do the reviews, we only buy one for the review, and then usually we pick who gets to do the review, but then the other one will come in later and get them on sale. So that's what Matt did with The Untouchables, because he's never seen that, and he's going to really be excited that he does.
Here's another one. This one really stands out to me. I know you don't care about this one, but the Transformers 5 movie collection on 4K.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't.
That box set, $32. That's a really good deal. I mean, I like all of those movies. I liked the Shia LaBeouf, the first 3, and then it took me a long time to get to the Mark Wahlberg ones. But I ended up really enjoying them. And those are really, really good 4Ks. I think they looked, like, amazing.
Well, that amazing. I'm not surprised about, because one thing I could say about Michael Bay and the amount of money that those movies cost to make is I'm sure they're gorgeous looking.
Yeah, and it's a nice box set. It's got a slipcover and all that. It's $32 for 5 4Ks. You really can't go wrong with that.
I don't think you can give me $32 and to give me those 4Ks, and I'll allow them to destroy my entire.
Do you have them at all?
No.
You don't own those movies at all?
I don't want to see them again.
You don't like any of them?
I like the first one with Shia LaBeouf, the very first one, and then I like Bumblebee, which I'm pretty sure is not in that collection.
It's not in that collection.
Yeah, because that's the first one that Michael Bay didn't direct.
Yeah, because I have Bumblebee on my shelf. Right
yeah,
there.
Bumblebee is a great movie, but I don't like those movies. I find them to be just boring as hell. I don't like action for the sake of action, and the prime example of that are those kinds of movies. The plots are terrible to almost all of them. I
specifically remember you loving the Linkin Park song.
I do love the Linkin Park song.
From those movies, but yeah. Anyway, Smile's coming to 4K.
I did see that.
$27.96.
That seems like a pretty standard. I'm sure. I don't remember what the parent company who
that would be a pretty. That was probably Universal Paramount. The Mummy box set is $25.99. That's the Ultimate Trilogy. Yep.
Didn't you just buy that?
I got it on Groove for about that price.
About that price?
Yeah, maybe even less. I might have paid $24 or $22. I don't remember. Yeah, we talk about Groove a lot. Groove.com. They have awesome sale prices. Mm-hmm. And then when you check out, make sure you put sign up 20 for an extra 20% off the rest of your entire cart. Really clean up on Groove. They have a very select stuff.
Yes.
It's a Universal company. Like, they work with Universal, so you're only going to get Universal movies through them. But they have 4Ks, they have Blu-rays, they have DVDs, and their prices are below anywhere else. They are the cheapest. If it's on Groove, it's definitely the cheapest. Off of it. Amazon is more expensive. Best Buy, wherever else. Groove is the way to go. If Groove has it, get it from Groove.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 times you get a slipcover from Groove, and it comes in immaculate condition.
Which is always a plus. And also, I had an issue with Groove, and I reached out to them, and they responded almost immediately, which is rare, because when you reach out to a lot of customer service, they don't respond. They just completely ignore you. So it was nice to actually have good customer service for once. That's something I personally really appreciate.
The Scream Factory Escape from New York Blu-ray is $14.99. That Twin Peaks set you just picked up.
Yes, I want to show that off.
Is $45.59. That's Blu-ray, and that's for the complete series.
I got it for $41 from Amazon.
Okay. Carrie, this looks like the Steelbook went down to $29.99 after, what was it, $32?
Did we get that from Scream Factory directly, or did we get that from Amazon or
Best Buy?
Best Buy.
See, the problem with ordering from Scream Factory is you're paying almost $10 more to pre-order or buy something from Scream Factory Direct. You get it early, which is nice, but you're paying $10 to $12 more for the movie, and they give you a nice poster with it. But, you have to really like the movie, and I don't have any more real estate on my walls for posters. So, the poster isn't that important to me.
And one thing Matt should be clear about, we buy a lot of stuff almost sight unseen. Like, for example, there's I don't know when it's coming out, but you ordered it for me. Me and Matt both have never seen the movie Rollerball. And that's getting a Scream Factory 4K Blu-ray release. I don't know when exactly, or is it Shout Factory, but I think it's November. And
December.
Maybe December?
I think it's
so
December.
Me and Matt both have never seen that, and we're going to be spending full price on it to see it. One of us, we don't even know if we're going to like it just for a review, so sometimes we're taking a gamble, and we're not going to go directly through Shout, because, then also, same thing with Criterion, because, you get a sale price, but then you got to pay shipping.
Yeah, we try to go through Best Buy, because Best Buy, we tend to get it the Saturday before, because these usually come out on Tuesdays, so if we go through Best Buy, generally we'll get it on that Saturday. It gives us the rest of the weekend to work on it and try to get the review out Sunday or Monday, right on time for the release of it. So that's what we try to do.
As far as our reviews go. And speaking of reviews, I just actually will have a review for this out in the next few weeks once I have some time with it, but I just bought an LG C2 to do reviews, which is an OLED, which Matt's been getting on me about, because I do a lot of my reviews. Usually I have an OLED, I have an LG C1, but I also had a Sony LED 950H, which is a few years old now. I've decided, just to make sure I can give you guys the best review possible. I still have that Sony LED, so I can test stuff on it, but now I feel like I have more options to test and really have the best quality of stuff, because that's the big thing with me and Matt, is we want to give you guys the best possible review we can, and the only way to really do that logically and honestly, is to have the best equipment. And Matt's been a best equipment kind of guy.
I'm a quality snob for sure.
Yeah, he's been like that since we were kids.
Yeah, if there's something better than what I have, then I have to have it. I can't not. That's why when we both bought the Sony 4K players, it just irritated me, the little features that were missing and settings you had to go to, so I had to go and get that Panasonic. I was ready to spend the $1,000 on the high-end Panasonic one, but I did some research, and there's really not too much of a difference between that and the UB820. Was it the UB820-K, I think, is the Panasonic I have, and I absolutely love this player. We have a review coming out for it very soon, but I just want to say, it actually makes reviewing these 4Ks kind of hard, because the Blu-rays compared to the 4Ks, there's not a huge difference. The upscaling on this Panasonic 4K player is out of this world. It looks absolutely incredible paired with my LG OLED. Putting in that disc compared to the Blu-ray disc compared to the 4K disc, I don't see a huge jump, and I mean, maybe the colors get a little more vivid. And for sure, the 4K is generally always better. The upscaling of this Panasonic it's mind-blowing. Every time I put just a basic Blu-ray, even a DVD, what it does, just the upscaling, it really blows my mind, and I'm impressed I'm impressed every single time I turn that thing on.
Yeah, we'll have a review for that. It's harder to do tech reviews because we want to try and gather as much information as we can because we're experts probably on Blu-rays, but we are not the biggest tech experts. Especially, you can go and find some great channels that can break down every little piece.
Speaking of looking better, I don't think we're going to have time to review it, but I just recently watched American Werewolf in London, the Arrow 4K. Jesus Christ, that was an amazing 4K disc. You remember the red coat he wears in the beginning?
Yeah. Pops.
Oh my god, it's insane. But they cleaned up that whole movie, and that's a fantastic movie, first of all. American Werewolf in London is awesome. I love that movie. And that Arrow 4K is out of this world. It's really nice.
And you got it on a good steal, right?
I think I paid $20 for that big box set off of Facebook. Told me on Facebook, yeah.
That's not bad at all.
No,
that's really good. I'm jealous of that.
Does it not? I told you.
Yeah, that's right. I actually just got accepted to the group.
The 4K Blu-ray something on collectors on Facebook group. I gotta say that is a really nice disc by Arrow. Very, very happy with that one.
Arrow, for the most part, when they come out with those hard cases, Arrow, for the most part, on any of their transfers, I'm usually very impressed with what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They put in the work, them, Scream, Criterion. Scream's been a little bit iffy lately. They've had a little...
I feel like we haven't had an Arrow release in a while.
Well, yeah, I'm very excited for December of Silent Running, but then there's the thing with Wolf of Wall Street that really bothers me.
Yeah, I gotta look into that a little bit more because it's apparently just a UK release, but it's a 4K. But I don't know if it's gonna be region locked, so I don't know because we already have a 4K.
We have a 4K release, which is directly from Warner Brothers, I believe. Which
right.
So I'm guessing they only sold the rights for the UK release, and that's why we can't get it here. And then for us, that creates an issue because then we have to get it imported, which ends up costing us even extra money.
Yeah.
Because, and people in the UK or overseas who aren't in America have the opposite issue where we have. So if something's printed here, then you got to get it shipped.
So I'm looking at the sales again, and this one catches my eye. I don't know if this is a Scream Factory thing, but it does have the same collector's edition font up top. So it's called Pennywise, The Story of It.
Oh, I believe that is that a documentary about the making of it?
Is it? I can't really tell. The writing on it is like all blurred out. It's not a high-res picture. But it's $20 for the Blu-ray, so I don't know what that is.
I'll look into that, but yeah, I know that they came out with a documentary about the making of it. Interviews.
So maybe that's
the
story of. So maybe that's what it is. Another one that stands out to me over here: Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 4K, $16.99. I think that's the cheapest I've seen that down. And that's a really good 4K and an awesome movie. I love the Sonic movies. I thought they were really good.
I know you're a big fan.
I almost like Sonic 2 better than the original.
A lot more fan service in that one, right? And you're a big Sonic guy.
Yeah, so. I'm a Sega kid. That was a good one. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow is $20.07, so it went up a few bucks since the Amazon sale, but that's still, I think, the cheapest I've seen aside from the Amazon sale. Inception is $15.24 on 4K, which
good 4K also.
That's usually floats around like the $25 mark. It doesn't really go below that.
That's a Warner Brothers Nolan 4K.
So Inception, yeah, that was $12 on Amazon Day. Now it's $15, and that's still $10 cheaper than normal. Maximum Overdrive, $17.53. I think I paid $15 on Amazon Day, so that's a couple dollars more. Those are really the big standouts. So the Friday the 13th jumped down to $16.74. That's pretty cheap. E.T. $9.94 on 4K.
You know why, right?
They're that new
Steelbook's coming out for the 40th anniversary this year, so they're getting rid of that. Then somebody pointed that out to us, and it's very noticeable. Is when something drops in price pretty hard, like a 4K or something, that usually means they're repackaging that 4K.
Mm-hmm.
So they've done that with the Bourne Identity trilogy, or the Bourne series, where they re-released that this year with no new scans, but just a new packaging, new Steelbook packaging, and Matt and I were both able to get those on really low prices.
The Bourne set? Yeah, Groove. I think I got mine on Groove.
I got mine at Best Buy. It was like for $50, I think I got it.
I think I paid $23 off of Groove or something.
Oh my god, really? I thought I got a good price on it.
No, I remember you were upset how much I paid because I got it for significantly cheaper than
Yeah, it was highway robbery that happened to me, and I got it on sale.
Baby Driver's $12.71.
That's a good 4K also, which most Edgar Wright movies do translate real well to the 4K format, I think.
And those are the big highlights to me. Again, you can go to Blu-ray.com and check them all out. But there's they do a really good job of listing all the sales.
Yeah.
That was the big standouts to me.
Yeah, Blu-ray.com does do a good job. That's kind of where we use their release schedule calendar to help us pre-order movies and everything like that, because they usually seem to be pretty accurate. Things get moved around, and for the most part, they're very accurate. They don't put stuff on there that's just rumors. It usually has some sort of confirmation.
Right.
Which is always good. And we also wanted to show you guys, we said we were going to start doing this. We're just going to show off some recent pickups that we wanted to highlight. And Matt brought up one that I really wanted to talk about and show you guys. And that is this Twin Peaks box set. Now, I've had this in my eye for a couple years now. I think it usually ran around $100 when it first came out. This has the original run of the show and the Showtime sequel series to the show. Now, I love that they actually put a slipcover on this, because most of them don't do this, especially with these big boxes like this. And I'm very happy they did.
Yeah, my Sons of Anarchy box is like that without a slip.
The problem I have with this is I do not like this. And I get the reasoning that, it has to be. But look at how many discs there are.
I think you're going to lose this one.
Yeah, they pop off a lot.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. So I've been again.
They stick to it. Look how many there are.
I want to mention that Facebook group I was in, the collectors. So I see a lot of guys in there going for the 400 disc Blu-ray player changer. So it's this towering Blu-ray player that holds 400 discs. It's like, what do you need that for? And that's what you need it for.
It's like that
for shows.
Yeah, because that's 16 discs, and that's only 29 episodes of a show.
That's insane. Can you imagine if you inserting? How long does it take to put 400 discs into a fucking Blu-ray player?
It's going to take a while, especially on a Blu-ray player, because I'm assuming you're going to put one in, it's going to rotate back.
Yeah,
I don't know how
it works unless a cartridge comes out and you load them all in. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that's pretty crazy. I didn't see a point in that, but something like that is what you would...
Because that is a pain in the ass, and like Matt said, I would rather watch it on the TV, than just streaming. That's where streaming is better obviously for binge watching, because I'm going to get up a lot to do that.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I really stream is TV shows. I will purchase the shows that I really, really like on Blu-ray, and I'll keep the Blu-rays, but I'm still going to probably stream them. It's just in case that stream goes away someday, or we're in a hurricane or a rainstorm, we lose the internet, still got power, and for some reason I'm in the mood. I just have that option to fall back on. I don't have to try to find which streaming service it's on if I don't want to. I just have the option to use the disc.
Yeah. And then one thing I bought with that Twin Peaks set that I'm really excited about, and I haven't grabbed it, is this. This is the sequel to the first season. I mean, the first 2 seasons of Twin Peaks. It came out in 1992, celebrating its 30th anniversary, just like me. And that's Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. This is directed by David Lynch, and if you look, this is a really nice Criterion package.
Yeah.
And I got this on sale. Criterion had a flash sale this week, too, for 24 hours, but Amazon had a sale going on, so I got this off of Amazon because, unfortunately, as much weird as it is, I love ordering directly from Criterion, but Amazon, that was literally there the next day.
That's the thing with Amazon. You cannot beat Amazon shipping times.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible.
And
yeah, thank you. It's almost impossible to beat Amazon shipping times, and most of the time it comes perfectly fine, and if there's an issue, it's just so easy to return. Amazon's got, they figured it out. They're dialed in with their shipping, their returns, all of that stuff. And generally their prices are usually the lowest for the most part.
Usually when another place has a sale, they'll match it. And then even if they're a couple dollars more, you got to balance it against the shipping costs.
Yep. So Amazon is really kind of the way to go.
And we're not here to promote Amazon and stuff like that. We're saying get it.
Although we do have an affiliates link.
Yeah, we do. So it's a real catch-22. I mean, Amazon rules the world now, I guess. But yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff from there. What did you get from Amazon, actually? Speaking of some things, I know you wanted to show off.
I only grabbed like I said, the ones I got on Amazon Day, I was telling you about all the 4Ks, but this one was really nice because I've been trying to get the Vestron collection stuff, and this is Maximum Overdrive, and it came with a slipcover from Amazon. Very happy about that. I don't remember if I seen this entire movie. I just remember it as a kid. I remember that truck with the green face. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to check this one out. And it's just a really nice slipcover. I love the Vestron slipcovers. They're all beautiful. The Wishmaster one was super nice, even though those movies sucked. And Chopping Mall, I think, is #1 in the Vestron collection, and that's probably one of my favorite things that I have in my whole collection. I love that movie. Chopping Mall was awesome.
I knew that you were going to love that movie. That's why I know Matt's movie. I know his taste. And that movie, Maximum Overdrive, just to give you guys some fun facts, only movie directed by Stephen King, and he doesn't remember directing it because he was high on cocaine the whole time.
Really?
Yep, the 80s, man. What a time to be alive.
Must be a good one. And speaking of the 80s, there's a man that, if you're a horror fan, the man that needs no introduction, and that's Tom Savini.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is that new Tom Savini documentary. So, actually, looking at it, it's only 91 minutes. I didn't realize that. And apparently, it's from 2015. I guess this is just the first time it's came to Blu-ray. It's called Tom Savini Smoke and Mirrors. So Tom Savini did, like, all of the, well, most of the gore effects and special effects and blood and all that stuff in a lot of the horror movies in the 80s and the 90s, I guess.
He also directed the remake of The Night of the Living Dead from 1990.
Yeah, but, I mean, he did the original Friday the 13th. He did I think he worked with a lot of the Halloween movies, right?
Yeah, he was like the special effects king. I always think of him, and then I think of a lot of like sci-fi special effects, and Jurassic Park and Terminator were done by Stan Winston. So Tom Savini and Stan Winston are the two big makeup effect names that stick out in my head.
Yeah, Creepshow. He did a ton of them.
He's the horror guy, though.
Yeah, Tom Savini is the big horror guy, but a lot of your favorite horror movies, Tom Savini did the special effects, and this is basically just a documentary on him. But I didn't realize it was only from 2015. I thought it was a new one, but that's fine. I never saw it, and this just came to Blu-ray recently, so I'm excited to check this one out.
And then there's another one I want you to show people because the sequel is in theaters and it's getting a lot of news. And Matt and I both haven't seen this film actually. It slipped through the cracks on us.
The Terrifier.
Yes.
So my first introduction to the Terrifier, weirdly enough, it was like this. It wasn't Wish.com. It was like some weird website where you get this knockoff products, and it had 4 collectible bust figures. It had Freddy, Michael, Jason, and this clown face. And I didn't know who the hell that was, but now I do. But this movie looked interesting. It actually looks really, really good. I'm really excited to check this one out. And part 2 just came out, I think, the 6th, October 6th. And it's in select theaters. I don't think it's streaming anywhere. However, if you go to Walmart.com, you can pre-order the Blu-ray Steelbook, which is a very nice-looking Steelbook. It was like $19.98 I picked it up for. So I have that pre-ordered. I'm going to watch this before that comes out, obviously. I think the date said December 1st for that Blu-ray, which is strange. That's a long ways away. But I'm excited to check this one out. I can't wait to watch this. And, I'm excited to check out Terrifier. If you guys have seen this before, let us know in the comments. I might watch... No, this video's coming out Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch this tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of the Terrifier. Have you checked out Terrifier 2? Because I'm seeing that people are fainting and throwing up in theaters. That might just be all hype. I want to know because people are saying this is the most shocking film we've ever seen. And, the most shocking film Matt and I have ever seen is a Serbian film. So I don't know if these people are, maybe they haven't cleansed their soul yet with a Serbian film, but... I can't imagine anything is more shocking than that.
Yeah, Serbian film was pretty shocking.
Yes. Speaking of things that aren't shocking, we got The Quick and the Dead here, which is a Sam Raimi movie that I have actually never seen. You've never seen also, right?
No, that's the one you were talking about?
Yeah, because look at this stacked cast. You got Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, and a young Leonardo DiCaprio. I believe this is 1996. It's Sam Raimi's take on a Western, and... I'm very interested to see this. This is Sharon Stone at the height of her powers, and, Sharon Stone was huge in the 90s. So I'm very excited to check this out. This is another one I got from Amazon. It was weird. I didn't even know this had a 4K release. This is one that's always been on my bucket list of movies I need to check out, and I felt like it might go out of print, so I grabbed it. It was only $15. So that was one I was excited to get.
It's possible.
Yep. And then a couple other ones that I bought from the Scream Factory sale that I wanted to highlight, and that was House of Wax. And the reason why is Matt got this too, is this really nice slipcover.
Yeah, it is nice.
I'm really jealous. Not jealous. I'm really excited that I got a slipcover. This is actually the only thing that I got a slipcover with.
Yeah, I got a handful. I think I got like 17 titles from the Scream Factory sale.
Well, while you look that up, I also got Day of the Dead, which is the 80s George A. Romero horror zombie-directed film that I also... This is actually one of my favorites in the entire Living Dead series. Yeah, I know you do. This is the first time I've actually owned this. I'm actually really excited to watch this. One of our... Yeah, same one. Yours is still wrapped up.
Yep.
Mine's
I haven't got to it.
Yeah, so this is what I'm really excited to check out. I've been in the mood to buy this since I saw, I think it was season 3 of Stranger Things. They were seeing a sneak peek of this, and I love the score in this one. I can't wait to check out this Blu-ray.
You never saw it?
No, I've seen this. I've seen them all, actually, but this is one of my favorites. So actually, I think the only one now I don't own is my favorite of the Living Dead movies, and that's because it's just so expensive, and that's The Dawn of the Dead. I really want to get that 4K. I think it's Second. I'm not too sure who did the 4K transfer of that, but... Is it Second Sight?
It might be, yeah.
I really want to eventually get that. It's just so hard.
It was UK. It was a UK company, yeah. So
UK only release, too.
Yeah. So what I picked up, I just don't feel like taking them all off the shelf, but I picked up Pet Sematary 2 with Edward Furlong.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's our buddy.
I like Pet Sematary 2.
You said you like it more than the first.
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And then... a movie I just watched recently for the first time and was a little underwhelmed. Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Picked that up from the Scream Factory sale.
Other than Coach Finstock, that movie doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with Teen Wolf. It was alright. I went into that blind. I didn't really know too much about it. Like, I know it was a pretty popular movie, but it wasn't what I thought it was.
Now, and there's a sequel starring Jason Bateman.
I picked up Elvira's Haunted Hills because I liked the first Elvira, Mistress of the Dark movie. I haven't seen part 2, and this one actually came in a nice hardcover. It came in a nice hardcover like the Halloweens, and pretty excited to check that one out. I got the Zack Snyder's Land of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead. Well, actually, did he do both?
No, you're thinking of George Romero.
No. Zack Snyder did Dawn of the Dead.
He did
the remake.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But did he do Land of the Dead
No,
too?
that's George A. Romero.
Okay, so I got those two, but those are the 2004-2005 movies.
Yes.
I got those. What else did I grab? April Fool's Day, which I did not see yet.
Does every holiday have a movie?
Probably, yep.
Yeah, I feel like
Black Christmas.
Yeah, well...
Just picked that up on Blu-ray. I think I did that order the day before it was announced on 4K.
That's why I'll be doing that 4K release.
John's doing that 4K, and I'm going to do Carrie. I picked up The Blob, which was a pretty good movie. I watched that one already. That's the 1988...
so you watched the remake.
Remake, yep. I picked up I guess this is it said Scream Factory, but it's... I never seen this movie, so that's why it doesn't make sense to me. Cobra with Sylvester Stallone.
You've never seen Cobra?
No.
Oh, you'll love that.
But does it make sense to be under the Scream Factory banner?
Are you sure it wasn't Shout? It was Scream?
No, it's Scream, yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense to me to be on the Scream Factory banner. But you know what? Maybe somebody else that just doesn't feel horror-like to me. I don't know. It's more... It's Stallone.
I'm excited to check that one.
You'll like it.
Even though I'm a Schwarzenegger guy.
Yeah, but you know what? As far as Stallone movies go...
What else did I grab? I picked up Dead Ringers.
I love Dead Ringers. That's
Cronenberg, right?
That's my favorite Cronenberg.
Never saw that one.
I'd be very curious to see what you think of that.
Yeah, me too. I picked up another one we spoke about before, and that's Deadly Blessing. That's an early Wes Craven movie.
We both haven't seen yet.
That one came with a slipcover, too, if I believe.
Really?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, slipcover.
Nice slipcover, too.
And there's Dead Ringers, too.
Yeah.
That one did not come with a slipcover.
Mine also didn't come with a slipcover.
House of Wax, as John showed you, I got that one. I got House on Haunted Hill. Yep, because I had the Return to House on Haunted Hill
in that 3-pack.
In that 3-pack, and I never saw the original, and that was on sale, so I picked that one up. In the Mouth of Madness.
I love that movie.
Which you just showed off last week.
John Carpenter. Yep. One of my
picked
favorites. Underrated John Carpenter.
Silent Hill from 2006. I guess this is the video game interpretation.
Well, it's the movie based on the game.
On the game, yeah.
Yeah, actually the movie is half good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not a great movie, but it's
so
really...
You've seen it.
Yeah, as far as video game adaptations go, it's not the worst. It's not the worst.
Here's another one that I've been excited to check out and I've wanted to see for a long time. That's Silver Bullet. That's a werewolf movie.
Yes, it is.
I think that's
Stephen King.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, that's a Stephen King one. Yeah.
And then,
werewolf movies for me vary. I am not the biggest werewolf movie fan, but there are some gems in there.
yeah, I like most.
The Werewolf of... I think it's... The Wolf of Snow Hollow came out a couple years ago. That was a really good one. And then, obviously, American Werewolf in London.
That's a great one. Yeah.
And The Howling is good, but it's not great.
I didn't love The Howling.
The effects, what did you think of Dee Wallace at the end with the...
It wasn't great.
No, not great, right? But the movie itself was pretty good.
Next, I got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation.
That was the only one you were missing,
so
right?
that was the one I was missing. I always got that one confused with Part 3 for some reason. This is 94, so I don't know. I think this is the one that is the weird one.
The one with Matthew McConaughey?
Maybe.
I always get confused which one McConaughey is, and I think it's that one. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because that would be early McConaughey, because McConaughey really didn't take off till like 96, 97. He appeared in things like Dazed and Confused and that, but I can't remember what he was. He was also in some Unsolved Mysteries as like a player. So
You think he was still driving a Lincoln back then? Or?
I don't know. He's a big Lincoln guy.
But you don't buy a Lincoln because it makes sense. You do it because you love it.
Then I got Trick or Treat.
Yeah, you did, and Matt gave me his old Blu-ray of that.
Yep, that's a good one. I can't wait to check that one out. And
That's an every Halloween kind of movie.
Yep. Then I picked up one of John's favorites, Urban Legend.
Ugh, I hate Urban Legend.
It's a good movie. I kind of liked Urban Legend. I actually watched that on stream, and I thought that was worth the Blu-ray.
My wife made me watch that with her, and I just didn't like it.
I thought it was worth the Blu-ray. And then I picked up Krampus on 4K.
Ah, Krampus. Good movie.
Never saw it.
Really? Well, obviously wait till Christmas to watch that.
That was my plan.
Yes, and then you also grabbed these Purges, did you not?
I did. So, like we talked about Groove, I think I paid 20... I think for about $30, I got all 5 Purge movies on 4K. So this is the first 3 in a set. Then we have
Election Day?
the first A Nation Reborn and the Forever Purge.
Oh, yeah.
I've only seen the original 3.
I
think I've only seen Anarchy.
Real? That's 2, right?
2, yeah.
Yeah, 2. Actually, I think that's the best Purge movie.
Oh, good.
But I haven't seen the last one. So
the Forever Purge?
Yeah, that's the most recent one, which I heard is pretty good. I think so. I haven't seen that one yet, but I like them all. Except honestly, I think the first one's the worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's only because it's contained. Ethan Hawke's in it.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it honestly, like, the Purge, especially when it came out, it had this big promise of like this whole fucking crazy world where everyone is free to do whatever they want for 12 hours. But then they contained it in a mansion for the whole first movie.
Right.
And the promise that we were promised, I don't think they capitalized until the second one. And then the rest of the movies kind of they don't live up to the second one, but they're all pretty good.
Right.
So I think, if you get through the first one, I think you'll be happy you did. And then the last movie I want to show off, and I haven't seen it yet, but Matt made me buy this, and that is Once Bitten and Love at First Bite. So I've never seen both of these movies, but Matt made me buy this just for one movie. He made me buy this for
Once Bitten.
Once Bitten, because we're big Jim Carrey guys, and he says this movie's great.
I watched it. I had a great time.
Yeah, so this was a blind buy. Both of these movies. Matt likes it, so he made me buy it. He literally texted me and said, "Stop asking questions and buy this."
Yeah, because while I was watching, I was like, "John, you're gonna like this one."
Yeah, so that's what he did. And one last note that I didn't bring up, it's kind of news because I can't get full confirmation on this yet, but somebody reported, and actually Jeff Phillips at home also reported this, because Disney owns the rights to the movie Barbarian. And it's coming out on October 25th.
Oh,
It's
yes.
coming to HBO Max, and it's also going to be only released digitally. They did not announce a Blu-ray or any sort of physical release for this. And if anyone knows anything about Barbarian, it's one of the best-reviewed horror movies or best-reviewed films of the entire year. So a lot of people, including me, who didn't get to see it in theaters because it was only a 2-week run, I think, over here in where we are. And now it's not getting a 4K or a Blu-ray release? So I don't know if that's 100% true, but if that is true, that's really terrible.
Yeah. So now that just means it's gonna be on a streaming service?
That, or you could only buy it digitally. I don't get, I get having a digital collection because you get, a lot of people do have digital collections, and I appreciate that. but like only being available only digitally is kind of messed up.
Yeah, no, that's very, very silly.
But we also have a digital. But we also have a digital.
We do have a digital code giveaway.
So we kind of do.
Because we give them away because we don't want them. But,
well, you really, that's how we get our digital codes. If you want to peek behind the curtain, no one's giving them to us to give to you.
Yeah, they're just coming out of here. So I mean, I didn't open this one yet, but yeah, there's digital codes in all these Purge movies. So eventually, the Purge is going to be available for our digital code giveaway.
Yeah, so eventually that's how those end up. But that's how they get into the rotation is from us. We don't collect digitally at all. We don't have digital collections, so it's all physical for us as far as collections go. But if you do collect digitally, I guess this is cool for you. Like, you know, you get the Barbarian, but I won't buy it digitally. I'll watch it on HBO Max because I'm very excited to see it, and I need it for my end of the year movie rankings. But right now, I'm a little upset, to be honest. I wanted to watch that on 4K.
Yeah.
I really want to do a 4K review. I'm hoping that either Disney changes their tune on this, or it's just a rumor that holds no weight, and I'm 100% off base, and everyone who's been talking about this is off base. I hope that's the case, because I want to see this movie, and I want to see it in the best possible way. That's what we preach here on the channel, is seeing a movie in the best possible way. And I don't feel like that's the best possible way. I want to be proven wrong that way.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that. And we're going to wrap up today's Let's Talk Physical Media with our one and only question we got this week. And this question's really for Matt.
Is this the one I accidentally answered?
Yeah, also, Matt actually answered this question, but he didn't answer it fully. And there's a reason behind that, because we also have a video about this question coming out. But I'm going to read it out loud, and this is from our buddy Liam B. I have a question about Maniac Cop 1. Why is there no 4K of this, as Blue Underground did the sequel and the third movie? So Matt, why did they only do the sequel and the third movie?
So I understand that it's licensing and rights issues. So the first movie was put out by Synapse. I do have a video on this coming out actually pretty soon.
Probably this week, actually.
But so I'm gonna just briefly answer it. So Synapse did the release of the first one, and they probably have the rights to release this on physical, where the other two were up for grabs, and Blue Underground grabbed the Part 2 and Part 3, or Part 2, Part 3. And I mean, these are amazing discs. These are really good-looking movies. Blue Underground, I think all Blue Underground discs are really fantastic. They're just an amazing studio. And, I mean, for the $45 you're paying for these things, try to get them on a sale because, I mean, they're good movies, but I don't know if they're worth $45. If you're really into them, then yes, because they are amazing transfers, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, all the good stuff. But I hope that answers it. You know, it's really just a licensing thing. It's, you know,
Now, I assume you talk about in the video, because I haven't edited this video yet, so Matt filmed it by himself. Did you talk about, is there a quality dip from 1 to 2 and 3 because of the fact that that's on Blu-ray and the other two are on 4K? Or?
Well, you know, this is the oldest of the bunch, but I still think this looked pretty good. Obviously, these 4Ks are going to look better. Because Blue Underground is just, again, they're top notch with their 4Ks. So yeah, I think 2 and 3 did look a little bit better, but not by much. Synapse still does some good work. Actually, this one's really funny. So this is this inside here, because it's actually pretty nice what they do in here with all the artwork and stuff.
Yeah.
But this came with a 2020 product catalog. I just want you to scroll through that real quick.
Oh my god, what do you mean? These are all their catalog movies for 2020?
Yeah, skip toward to the end a little bit. Tell me what you come up with.
Wow. Schoolgirl Report Collection, huh? It's more for the Peep Show collection?
Yeah.
So
Synapse.
So Synapse does porn, is what you're trying to tell me, huh?
I guess so, and there's an order catalog.
Oh yeah, the erotic films collection.
If you want to send
so I guess
away for one.
You know, it's so weird you bring something like this up because a couple weeks, 25 years for both movies like Boogie Nights and Lost Highway, and both of those deal with porn, the porn industry,
right?
And so that's another side of the physical media market and the movie market in general. Like
that was a big thing. Porn tapes, I remember,
especially in the 70s and 80s.
$45 for a porn tape. For
yeah,
a
so I guess people collect porn. I guess maybe I don't know. I've been telling our buddy Alex For a long time to start a YouTube channel because he'll just watch porn just to watch it. Like I watch movies, he's just like studying the the filmmaking style. So
yeah, I mean, listen, to each your own.
To each your own. Yeah, that's what we say.
It is art, you know. It's just a different type of art. That's.
You know, it's not our art, but you know.
I mean, I dabble in it.
I mean, it has its purpose.
It does have a purpose.
You know, that's the reason for it. But I think that's going to do it for this week's Let's Talk Physical Media. Nothing helps out more than by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. We'll have plenty of new videos coming to you guys. And if you guys want to ask us any questions for next week's video, you can drop those in the comment section below. We'll also put a post out later in the week where you can ask questions. And that's going to do it here for us, guys. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And you know what? While you're out there talking about this week's episode, why don't you go tell all your friends?